Hi, this is Xavier. Today we are going to discuss about lenses. Okay, I'm teaching the topic. Before that, I am asking some more question with you. Okay, because naturally in our lens is a convex lens. Okay, already you have to study in your lower classes. We need the light to see the object. The light it can propagate propagated through the can be propagated through the air medium. Ray form, another one is a wave form. Especially, what is the speed of light? 3 into 10 power 8 ms power minus 1. Okay. So, especially, you can see the object through the light because the light is very essential in our human life. Okay. If you take the matchbox, you have to fire, then the brightness will be propagation through the entire room. Okay. So that's why we can see all the object. Okay, because in our day-to-day life, why we have to use the lenses? Because we have to rectify the problem, because the some of the person are affected by the hypermetropia and some of the person are affected by the hypermetropia, so they can't see the nearby or longest distance of the object. So that problem it can be rectified by using the different types of lenses. So that's why we have to study about the lenses. Okay, you know very well how many types of lenses we are using it. Anyone say through the online? If you know, you have to send the message through the WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp or any other YouTube. Okay, my YouTube channel. Can you understand? If you know the answer, you will send the message in my channel. Okay, all of you look here. All of you look here. Because today we are going to discuss about lenses. What is the lenses? Okay, we know that what is the lenses now? What is the lenses? Because lens is a transparent medium. Okay, lens is a transparent medium. Lens is a transparent medium. Lens is a transparent medium. This is the first condition. Okay, lens is a transparent medium. Second condition, transparent medium. It has two spherical surface. Okay, it has two spherical surface. It has two spherical surface. Okay, spherical surface. Next, one surface. Okay, one surface is the plane. One surface is the plane, and the another one is the one spherical. Okay, spherical surface. Spherical surface. For an example, it is a bulged out. Okay, it is a bulged out, bulged out or bulged in. Okay, bulged out or bulged in. Bulged in. Okay, you know very well in your lower classes, your class Guruji has given the instruction to you. Everyone take the spoon, you have to see the surface, because one surface is the inward and another surface is the outward. Okay, so you have to see the image, you have to see your image real and inverted. So it will be acting like a convex lens. For example, your image will be the shadow, because in the midnight you'll be walking in the midnight. Suppose you have to do the experiment. Okay, because in a weekend we will go to many many other different kind of places. Okay, for example, you have to go to the ground, then in the midnight, so you have to walk for the 1 kilometer, so your shadow will be follow upon it. Okay, because the shadow will be appear on the left side, on the which position you are standing, so that side the shadow will be followed on it. Because the shadow does not appear on the screen, it is called as a virtual and erect image. Virtual and erect image. Okay, so listen here. Because of if you study about the lenses, you have to follow upon the six cases. Okay, first listen here, ma. What is it? Because we know that, because this for example, I have to draw the diagram, then you can easily understand about the concept. Okay, for example, this is the first spherical surface. Okay, this is the first spherical surface. This is a second spherical surface. Okay, this is a first spherical surface. This is a second spherical surface. So you have to draw the diagram separate. Okay, because let me repeat, the two spherical surface will be combined with each other. Okay, can you understand? The two spherical surface will be combined with each other. We will make the convex. Okay, for example, this is a this is a convex. Okay, this is a convex lenses. This is a convex lenses. The center is, okay, the center is very thick. Okay, the center is thick. and the edge. Okay, this is the edge. Okay, the edges is very thin. Okay, can you understand? Next, again we have to draw the diagram. For example, the two spherical surface. The two spherical surface will be separated by the distance. Okay, the two spherical surface will be separated by the distance. Okay, so you understand, because of the, if you consider the convex, okay, this is a convex lens. This is a convex lens. Okay, this is a convex lens. The two surfaces are bulged out. Okay, two surfaces are bulged out. Okay, two surfaces are bulged out. Okay, two surfaces are bulged out. For example, this so we can easily find out this is a convex lens. The next diagram, the two spherical surface will be separated by the distance, so it will make the concave lens. Okay, it will make the concave lens. It will make the concave lens because, okay, can you understand? Because this is the center. Okay, this is the center is, the center is very thin. Okay, the center is thinner, and the edges is thicker. Okay, the edges is thicker. Okay, because it is the two surfaces are bulged in. Okay, two surfaces are bulged in. Two surfaces are bulged in. Okay, can you understand? So next we have to study about the important character. Okay, we know that already we got to study about it. For example, first we got to study about the optic center. What is the optic center? What is the optic center? We know that you have to first you have to understand the concept, then you have to go through easily. Okay, what is the lenses? Lens is a transparent medium. It consists of the two spherical surface. One surface is a plane, another surface is a one spherical surface, or bulged out or bulged in. The two spherical surfaces will be combined with each other. We will make the convex lens. The convex lens, the center is very thicker, and the edges is very thinner. Because the two surfaces are bulged out, so we can easily find out it is a convex lens. Next, the next diagram, the two spherical surface will be separated by the distance. It will make the concave lens. Okay, so the center is thinner, edges is thicker. Okay, it is a bulged in. It is a, the two surfaces are bulged in. Okay, next we have to study about the important character. Okay. Okay, optic center. Okay, what is the optic center? For example, this is a convex lens. Okay, this is a convex lens. Okay, so the center point is called as a optic center. The center point is called as a optic center. Okay, can you find out? If anyone say what is the type of lens? What is the type of lens? This is a concave lens. Okay, this is a concave lens. Okay, the center point is called as a optic center. Who is the optic center? Okay, if you consider any other type of lenses, the center point is called as a optic center. Okay, next we got to study about the principal axis. What is the principal axis? Principal axis. Okay, what is the principal axis? For example, this is a convex lens. Okay, this is a convex lens. O is the optic center. Okay, O is the optic center. This is the straight line. Okay, the O is the optic center. So you have to draw the straight line. It is called as a principal axis. Okay, again. This is a concave lens. Okay, this is a concave lens because the two surfaces are bulged in. Okay, two surfaces are bulged in. O is the optic center. The straight line is called as the principal axis. Okay. Next, we have to discuss about the principal focus. What is the principal focus? Principal focus. What is the principal focus? You know very well. Already you have to study the 9th standard. Okay. Because normally it is always based on the left side. Okay, the image will appear on the right side. If you consider any other type of lens or convex, either convex or concave lens, normally it is always based on the left side. Okay, for example, this is a convex lens. Okay, sorry, this is a convex lens. This is a convex lens. O is the optic center. This is the principal axis. Okay, so the F1 is the object. Okay, F1 is the object. And F2 is the image. F2 is the image. Okay. Because what is the F1, F2? What is the F1, F2? Because the F1 is the object. Note it down. F1 is the object, and F2 is the image. F2 is the image. Okay. We know the note it down. If you consider the convex lens, okay, we will get the image real and inverted. Okay. Can you understand? We will get the convex lens. We will get the image real and inverted. Okay, this condition only suitable for the convex lens. Okay, because the object is always placed on the left side. The object is always placed on the left side. Okay, left side. The image will be appear on the right side. The image will be appear on the right side. Okay. Next, we got to consider about the focal length. What is the focal length? Okay, what is the focal length? For example, Okay. Focal length. The principal focus, it should be mentioned by letter capital F. What is the capital? Okay. Next, focal length. What is the focal length? Focal length, it should be represented by letter F. It should be represented by letter F. Okay. For example, this is a convex lens. Okay, this is a convex lens. O is the optic center. This is the principal axis. F1 is the object. The object is always placed on the left side. Yeah, so the object is always placed on the left side. The image will be appear on the right side. Okay, F1 is the object and F2 is the image. Okay. So what is the focal length? What is the focal length? Already you know very well because fundamental quantity, derivative quantity. So you got to basically we got to consider the mass length time. Okay, well, I'm not consider about the derivative and fundamental quantity because what is the length, ma? What is the length? Length is the extent of something between the 2 points, or it is the shortest distance. Okay, so we got to measure the distance only. Okay, so only the length. Okay, what is the focal length? What is the focal length? Because of the object is placed at the particular distance from the optic center or lens, so we got to calculate the distance. It is called as the focal length. Okay, for example, if O is the optic center, F1 is the object. Okay, so the optic. So what is the focal length? The distance between the listen here. The distance between the optic center and F1, it is called as the focal length F1. Okay, this is a focal length. Okay, this is a focal length F1. This is a F1. This is a F2. Can you understand? Because this is a object distance. Okay, the object distance, it should be represented by letter U. The image distance, it should be represented by letter V. Okay, let me repeat. What is the focal length? The distance between the optic center and F1. So it is a focal length F1. Okay, because the F1 is the object distance. Next, the distance between the optic center and F2, because the F2 is the image. So we got to calculate the distance F2. Okay, because F2 is the image distance, it should be represented by letter V. Okay. Then next, what is the center of curvature? What is the center of curvature? For example, center of curvature. Center of curvature. Okay, what is the center of curvature? Already told you. The two spherical surfaces will be competing with each other. We will get the convex, or we will get the convex lens. The two spherical surfaces will be separated by the distance. We will make the concave lens. For example, this is the first sphere. Okay, this is the first sphere. This is the second sphere. Okay, this is the first sphere. This is the second sphere. O is a okay. Can you understand? We know the O is the optic center. Okay, I am not consider about it. So this is the first sphere of. Listen here. This is the first sphere of C1. Okay, this is the first sphere of C1. Okay, this is the first sphere of C1. This is the second sphere of C2. This is the second sphere of C2. Can you understand? So can you understand? This is the second sphere of C2. So this is called as the center of curvature. Okay. So we got to note it on all the things. Okay. What is the optic center? What is the optic center? If you have to consider any other type of lenses, the center point is called as the optic center. What is the principal axis? You have to draw the lens. Then the straight line is called as the principal axis. Okay, principal axis. Okay. Next, what is the principal focus? Because the object is always placed on the left side, the image will be appear on the right side. So we will get the image real and inverted. Okay. For example, we got to make the concave lens. For example, this is a concave lens. In the concave lens. Okay, O is the optic center, this is the principal axis, F1 is the object, F2 is the image. F2 is the image, but the image, we know that if you consider the concave lens, the object and the image both are the same side. Can you understand? For example, concave lens. What is the concave lens? Concave lens, for example, how can you make the concave lens? Because the two spherical surfaces, the two spherical surfaces will be separated by the distance. You will make the concave lens. Okay, O is the optic center, this is the principal axis, F1 is the object, and F2 is the image. Okay, F2 is the image. Okay, for example, the object is always placed on the left side. Okay, we know that. So the light ray transfer from rarer medium to denser medium. I am not consider about it. Okay, I am not consider. Okay, next class we will discuss about the ray diagram. Okay, because you know that because the object is always placed on the left side, so the image will be appear on the image will appear on the same side, because this is the left side. Okay, because the image, okay, because we know that the right side in the image will be appear on the image, the right side in the image will be appear on it. This condition only suitable for the convex lens. What is the convex lens? Okay, but the concave lens, the object, okay, the object and image, okay, the object and image both are same side, okay, both are same side. The object and image both are same side, okay, both are same side, okay. Next, what is the aperture? What is the aperture? We know that, ma. What is the aperture? The aperture is written here. The aperture is the total lens, total height of the lens, okay. Because for example, this is a corner lens, O is the optic center, this is the principal axis, okay. So we have to measure the lens height, okay. Lens height or lens distance. It is called as the aperture. What is the aperture, okay? Okay, thank you. This is the end of the lesson today. Next class we will discuss about the another interesting topic. Thank you.